Nationwide protests calling for women's safety to be taken seriously seems to have influenced the country's budget too. Demonstrations went on for weeks following the brutal gang rape and murder of a young woman on the streets of Delhi. Never before have women been the focus of a budget, but this time the finance minister announced a special $185 million fund aimed at improving women's safety and a women's-only bank which will be run mostly by women. Mr. Chidambaram, though, went at lengths to say how men won't be excluded from making deposits. Addressing the media after the budget, he said traditional banks did not always cater to women's needs.
A public sector bank for women would be a good institution that will address issues that are usually ignored by banks, gender-sensitive issues and empowerment issues.
It's likely to be launched in the end of October with an initial capital of $184 million and will be state-run. But does India really need a bank for women?
We have seen very successful women's-only bank like Seva Bank, which if you look at the working at the village level, akin to microfinance, they work very well, particularly if it goes alongside livelihood creation programs as well.
India already has rural microfinance and self-help groups that lend specifically to women. But many don't hold bank accounts and instead save in gold. So some feel a bank that caters to women could help in rural areas. But out on the streets of Delhi, women seemed less enthusiastic.
I don't see any logic behind women's bank only. The issue with the women nowadays is their security, which should have been into the focus, not the banking.
I don't feel like that it will make any sense. And in fact, rather than making gender-sensitive bank, they should concentrate on some other facts. Like Delhi is not at all safe for women.
I don't think it will really appeal to me because I'll prefer to go to the nearest bank where I am situated to. And I don't feel even that it will be safer for me to go to a bank which must be like far away from my home, and it's the only bank for women only.
With just 26% of women in the country holding accounts with a formal financial institution compared with 46% of men, a bank for women seems to make sense. But others believe what India really needs is more financial inclusion for both women and men.